Looking over the Salton Sea, this area is known for growing dates, arid hot climates, and the occasional smell of dead fish. Surprisingly, it's a great region to grow kumquats. So we headed to Seaview Ranch to learn about this quirky fruit. So here we are at the original Seaview Ranch in the lower Coachella Valley in California. One of the more interesting things that they really start to grow out here are the kumquats. They look like a little miniature orange. It's kind of an exotic fruit. Not many people at this point have been exposed to these. It's a weird name, but there's two different ways to eat it. You can either eat the outside skin and spit it out, or you can also put it in your mouth continue to chew that as much as possible. And the reason why is because the inside, the juices are very, very bitter. The outside of the fruit is where all the essential oils are, as well as the sweetness. So the more you chew it, the more you're breaking down those sugars that are on the skin, and it actually becomes sweet. A couple different ways that you can prepare this would be in a marmalade. Also slice it really thin. Add it to salads is a really one of the more simpler ways to do it. Add some of those Seville oranges if you want to use that as a dressing. These, this looks like it's about the height of the season, if I'm not mistaken, for the kumquats. They all come in different sizes. We'll be seeing that when we get over to the packing house in a little bit. Today we're going to be talking with Herman from Seaview Ranch. He's one of the gentlemen that helps pick all of these wonderful kumquats, and we were talking a few minutes ago. And so, can you tell me a little bit about how long have you been doing this for, Herman?
Well, I've been doing it seasonally, like we were saying a while ago. I've been doing it like for around 4 years.
4 years?
4 to 5 years.
And do you do it seasonally or do you do it full time?
I do it seasonally.
Seasonally? That's cool. That's cool.
And
so is this the best time of year during late December to come in here for the kumquats?
Well, it starts on November, like in
November the
middle
11th?
of the month, like November, and it ends like usually it ends like in January.
Okay. And you said something about a half a tree. Do you only work half the tree or the full tree, or how do you do
we
that?
work half and half. We work this half, if we're working right here inside, we work half this one and we work half the other trees in the back.
So is it just, it's faster for efficiency, so you just walk back
Yeah, we
and
just
forth?
go through, instead of going around the trees.
Going around the trees?
Yeah, it takes
That
longer.
makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. And is there a special technique to picking these, or?
Well, I would say there is not. It's just like we were saying a while ago, you just grab it and like make like a twist.
You twist it, okay.
Yeah, and if you're grabbing like 3, do the same thing. You twist the 3.
Okay. And then so it's pretty quick and...
Yeah, I would say it is pretty quick.
How many 10-pound totes do you do a day? Are those about 10 or 20 pound, the plastic bins?
Well, I don't really know how much they weigh, but usually people do like around 20 bins a day.
20 bins a day, okay.
That's like approximately.
Okay, and so on a tree about this size, how many bins would you get out of a tree like this?
Well, it all depends on how much food it has, but regularly, maybe you'll last like, if you do half a tree, like maybe 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
20 to 30 minutes.
And that fills up one bin sometimes, average?
If it has a lot, probably.
Probably, okay.
It will fill like 3/4 of it.
Well, thank you so much, Herman. I really do appreciate your time.
All right, thank you very much.
So here are the totes. These are weigh about 16 pounds when they're completely harvested. At Seaview Ranch, they harvest about 600 and so a day of these, and out of that they get about a 10% yield. So you're looking at about 600 or about 500 of these bins a day. It's quite a bit of product, and this is going to go on. And Seaview Ranch, they do about 150,000 pounds of these a year. Just today, what they've done is they number these, and they kind of know exactly how many, what the yield is per worker. And so there's kind of a little bit of a competition with this. Each one of these takes about half hour to pick, depending on where the tree, how heavy that tree was in the thing. So it's quite amazing to see this. And now we are actually going to go over to the packing house and go see how these things are sorted. Time escaped us out in the grubs, so the next morning we followed the kumquats to the packing house. Well, here we are with Dennis Jensen from Seaview Ranch. Dennis, can you tell us where we are and what we're going to be doing here today?
Okay, right now we're at Seaview Packing, which is located in Coachella, and we are in the process of packing our kumquats. So yesterday we harvested about 7,000 pounds of kumquats. We brought them in yesterday late afternoon into the facility here, our packing shed. They spent the night here, and this morning we're ready to pack them. So we've got the equipment set up, and they're going ahead and packing them.
We're going to start packing them? All right, great. Let's take a walk.
Our boxes that they come in from the field are just like this, where the kumquats basically are unwashed, unwaxed, unsorted, and that's what we're going to do in here today. So we go ahead and take them out of the totes, we lay them on a conveyor table that puts them over a small brush bed.
Okay.
And the brush bed basically a series of brushes that knocks off a lot of the dirt.
Does it also knock off those little stems?
Sometimes it will. It'll knock off stems.
And the stems are bad because you don't want them to pierce the skin, right?
Well, they will cause problems to the neighboring kumquats that are next to it. Could scrape them. So then once they go through the wash bed, then they go on an elevated conveyor, which takes them up to our machine that does the sizing. It's an automatic roll sizer. The kumquats are then moved down through the conveyor. Based on the size, they are dropped onto a conveyor table. And the smaller ones are dropped real early, and then we have our regular medium size, and then the larger ones are dropped further
There's
down.
no small in produce, right?
There's no small in produce. So we've got our small ones that we're going to go ahead and throw those away.
Okay.
And then we have our other size, which would be our medium, and then our large sizes end up over here. These are the shaker tables that apply the wax.
So the wax is just
Wax
done
to help coat the fruit and keep them, and help preserve them for a much longer time.
Okay.
And then we have our crew down here. They're basically sorting them. They're looking for rots. They're looking for misshaped, scarred fruit. They're also looking for sunburned fruit. Because out in the desert we get an awful lot of sunburned fruit. So after they've gone through the grading area, you see that brown tote over there. Those are the ones we're going to be discarding and throwing away.
Okay.
The other one, they drop it in the middle. They'll wait till that one fills up. Then they go ahead and slide the box in and start filling up a secondary box. They'll bring the box, set it up here. She'll go ahead and go through the scales to weigh them and make sure they're weighed properly with the right amount. We just have these two lines that we're running. At the end of the process, we're going to put them on pallets, which are right over in here. And this particular pallet is all the medium size, and the other pallet next to us is the larger size. So that's basically what they look like.
Okay. And then there's a Julian date on the side of this box?
Yes, there's coding that we can basically tell what day they were harvested. And since it's only coming off of one ranch, Seaview Ranch, we know it also identifies that. We do have another planting that was planted further down in Imperial County. It has a different code on it as well, but these are not from that ranch in Imperial. These are all from Seaview Ranch.
Cool.
So we have the mediums, and of course we have the large. Then we have the culls, which we'll be throwing out, and you saw the real small peewees. So that's our process that we do.
That's it.
That's it.
Leaving Seaview Ranch, I was impressed with the hard work it takes to grow kumquats. Next time you want to try something fun and unique to eat or even cook with, consider the kumquat. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, take a fresh bite out of life.